My name is Sarah Klein, and I live in Miami, Florida. And I wouldn't say I'm really obsessed with anything. I kind of just love everything, so no real obsessions.
My father was obsessed. Obsessed with Paris, then hot sauces, then walking sticks, then hats. He jumped from obsession to obsession. Just when you'd get used to one, he'd hit you with another. Whatever the thing was, he'd collect it, talk about it, buy books on it, wear it to your school when you asked him not to. When the obsessions involved clothes or accessories, my mother called them costumes, like his beekeeper's hat. It was camouflage with a mesh face mask that came down to his shoulders. It had an adjustable elastic drawstring at the bottom of the mesh veil. You could pull it tight to keep bees out, or leave it loose to pick up your preteen daughter from the Friday night middle school dance. The beekeeper's hat replaced the akubra. Please don't wear the cowboy hat, my mother pleaded. It's not a cowboy hat, it's an akubra from Australia, my father said. He wore it when he took me to the food court at the mall for lunch at Sbarro's in Lansing, Michigan. After hats came cats. For 3 months, things held steady. We got a cat, and then we got another cat. I got a cat brooch for my birthday. 13-year-olds don't wear brooches. And I'd asked for Doc Martens. I was just starting to get used to cat everything when my father woke up one Saturday morning and announced we were going to the store to buy a menorah. A what? I asked. And just like that, cats became Hanukkah. We were Catholic. And it was June. In September, against my mother's wishes, my father enrolled me and my brother in Hebrew school. We were welcomed with open arms because though my parents were Catholic, my brother and I had solid Jewish names. Aaron and Sarah Klein. Because we were the new Jews, the rabbi said we'd have to start at the beginning. So Aaron and I joined the Hebrew school first grade. I was 13. Aaron, 14. In the Hebrew school first grade, we colored pictures and sang songs. We ate apples dipped in honey at snack time. I learned the Hebrew alphabet in just 2 weeks' time. In Hebrew school first grade, I shined. Aaron, however, did not. He wanted to be riding his skateboard or shooting birds with a BB gun in our backyard. He did not want to be singing, David Melech Yisrael, with 7-year-olds. One Sunday morning during Hebrew school recess, Aaron locked 2 of our first grade classmates in the bathroom with the lights off. They cried and told on him. The rabbi called my father and suggested that Aaron not return to Hebrew school. He was a bad Jew. It's okay, my father reasoned. I still have one Jewish kid. The rabbi told my father I was a quick learner and showed signs of Jewish promise. If I continued on this path, he said, I would be promoted to 2nd grade after Hanukkah. My father was overjoyed at this news and hugged me for the first time I could remember since I'd bought him a beret. I beamed. I was going to be the best Jew in the world. Top dog. Misbar Echad. I started making my Hanukkah list early. It took a lot of time and thought to pick out 8 presents instead of the 1 or 2 I got when I was Catholic. Even though Aaron wasn't Jewish anymore, he made a list too. 8 was better than 1. For this part, he wanted back into the tribe. Around Thanksgiving, my Hanukkah anticipation hit an all-time high. I began making careful preparations. I placed multicolored birthday candles in each of the menorah's 9 holes. My father said he didn't think we were supposed to light them all at once or use birthday candles, but he deferred to me. I was the resident Jew. Each night, when he got home from work, he'd put on the shawl he bought from the Hebrew school gift shop. We played dreidel. I sang the Hebrew alphabet. My father clapped along. Our 2 cats sat on his lap. Aaron ate Doritos. We were one happy Jewish family. Except for my mother. My mother didn't sing or play dreidel. My mother knew that Paris became hot sauces, which became walking sticks, which became hats, which became cats, which became Hanukkah. She knew my father's obsessions had and would become our obsessions, because I would be the best Jew until he fell in love with chamber orchestra music. And then I would be the best violinist until he started collecting tea from around the world. And then I would make him a teapot out of clay and give it to him for Father's Day. The Saturday before Hanukkah, my father took us to Thai kitchen for lunch. Afterwards, we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, where he bought a wok. I thought nothing of it. But when we got home from school on Monday, I noticed cookbooks lying open on the kitchen counter. Fast food made Asian. 101 Asian recipes. Mastering the art of spring rolls. When Hanukkah arrived just days later, we weren't Jewish anymore. I would never see the Hebrew school 2nd grade. The menorah was replaced with a Christmas tree. My mom strung the garland and hung stockings. My father cooked wontons. On Christmas Eve, we went to Mass. I sang songs of Hosanna in the highest and Mary in the manger. and I prayed. I prayed that we would stay on Asian cooking for longer than 3 months. I prayed that I would be good at it. I prayed that my father would someday make sense to me, that I would discover what it was in life I loved, what I liked to do, learn about, collect, and read books on. But mostly, I prayed that Asian cooking would not turn back into hats. My middle school musical was coming up, and there was no place in the audience for a beekeeper.